I believe many people still struggle to understand how a man can become so emotionally distant and cold, not just occasionally or on bad days, but consistently to the point where one might label him as a pathological psychopath or someone devoid of empathy, a robot made of flesh and bones. Some might argue that people are simply born this way, but I think these same individuals also secretly suspect that upbringing plays a significant role, and they would be correct. Many of our attitudes, behaviors, and characteristics are shaped during childhood. The role of our parents and environment in forming the foundational base of our psyche is crucial for our development. A person raised by affectionate and caring parents tends to display a lot of warmth, care, and empathy towards those close to them. Conversely, someone with distant, unaffectionate parents who rarely show care and consideration will likely grow up lacking compassion, generosity, and sentiment. This isn't because they were born this way, but because they were conditioned to behave in such a manner. However, it's not just our childhood that shapes our attitudes, behaviors, and characteristics. Major traumatic events can also significantly alter our psychological blueprint, even in adulthood. Experiencing trauma often leads to the formation of what I call counter bias. Essentially, when faced with a traumatic event, you're likely to develop attitudes and behaviors that completely oppose anything associated with that event. For example, nearly drowning might lead you to avoid swimming pools or bathtubs. Similarly, being badly burned could make you extra cautious around anything flammable. Our survival instincts and natural defense mechanisms kick in during these traumatic experiences, leading to extreme emotional reactions potent enough to create a pre-encounter defensive response related to the specific circumstance. In the same way, if a man who invested care, warmth, and intimacy into someone or a group is abruptly betrayed, he will likely develop an avoidant attachment syndrome. This means he will shun forming close bonds in the future, backing away and detaching himself from feelings or empathy to protect himself from potential trauma. Examples include a man who was very close to his parents, but lost them in a horrific accident, a man whose strong bond of camaraderie was shattered by jealousy or betrayal, or a man who sincerely loved a woman who suddenly betrayed him. Despite these traumas, not all men will become emotionally withdrawn. Some may become consumed with rage and pursue vindictive actions, embodying a victim mentality. While a cold-hearted man's attitude towards affection and intimacy may seem despicable, deep down, he longs to experience sincere and wholehearted affection. He might not openly admit it, but beneath his stoic exterior, he is still healing and searching for answers. As humans, we cannot completely deny our need for love and belonging. Even toddlers require physical touch and affection for survival. For a man to embrace this part of his humanity again, it takes time, maturity, and most importantly, answers to lingering, unresolved personal questions. As we know, pain is everyone's greatest teacher. Injuries, poverty, hunger, and heartbreaks. All these experiences leave deep memories and shape our resolve. Thank you for watching.
Let me paint a picture for you. You send a text, you see the read receipt pop up, and then silence. Hours go by, maybe even a full day, but there she is, posting on Instagram, laughing, living life like you don't even exist. That sinking feeling in your gut? That's reality slapping you in the face. You're no longer a priority, and I know it messes with your head. One moment she's all about you, making plans, sending those cute texts. The next, she's distant, cold, like you're just another name in her inbox. You sit there, overthinking, replaying every conversation, trying to figure out what went wrong. But let me tell you something. It's not about you. It's about her already checking out emotionally. She's gone, bro. The real question is, are you going to keep holding on to someone who's slipping away, or are you going to reclaim your power and walk away with your self-respect intact? Today, I'm giving you 5 real steps to emotionally detach and move forward. No games, no chasing, just the truth you need to hear. Let's get into it. 1. Stop making excuses for her. Be honest. How many times have you told yourself she's just busy, or maybe she's dealing with a lot right now? You keep finding reasons to explain her distance, her silence, her canceled plans, but deep down, you feel it. Something's off. Here's the truth. When someone genuinely cares, you don't have to wonder. You don't have to overanalyze their texts or convince yourself they're just overwhelmed. Think back. When she was really into you, did you ever have to question her effort? No. She made time. She wanted to talk to you, but now, you're left waiting, justifying her behavior, hoping she'll snap out of it. But bro, she won't. She's already made her decision in her mind, and every excuse you make, it's just delaying the inevitable. The moment you stop pretending things are fine and accept what's right in front of you, that's when you free yourself. 2. Take back your attention. Right now, you're giving away your power. You're the one texting first, checking your phone, overanalyzing her social media, hoping for a sign that she still cares. And every time she takes hours to reply, or doesn't reply at all, it messes with your head. But here's the thing, your attention is valuable, and right now you're handing it over for free to someone who doesn't even appreciate it. You're treating her like a queen while she's treating you like an option. That stops today. No more texting first, no more checking her posts, no more waiting for some magical moment where she realizes your worth. Because if she actually cared, she wouldn't have put you in this position in the first place. The second you pull back and stop feeding her attention, that's when the shift happens. She's no longer the center of your world. You are. 3. Shift the focus back to yourself. Let's be real. When was the last time you truly put yourself first? When was the last time you poured your energy into you, your goals, your passions, your growth? Because right now, all that energy is being wasted on someone who isn't even matching your effort. Imagine if you put even half of that focus back on yourself. Where would you be? How much stronger, smarter, and more confident would you feel? It's time to redirect your energy. Hit the gym. Get stronger. Not just physically, but mentally. Work on that side hustle you've been neglecting. Reconnect with the things that bring you joy. Try something new. Challenge yourself. Because here's what happens when you invest in yourself. You start to regain your confidence. And when that happens, you naturally stop obsessing over someone who isn't worth your time. 4. Don't fall for her mixed signals. This is where most guys mess up. You start pulling away, focusing on yourself, and then boom, she's back. A random, "Hey, how have you been?" text. A few likes on your posts. Maybe even the classic, "I miss you." And for a second you think, maybe she finally realizes what she lost. But listen to me. Don't fall for it. This isn't her having some deep realization. This isn't her suddenly valuing you. This is just control. She's throwing you breadcrumbs, just enough attention to keep you hooked, but never enough to actually commit. It's called breadcrumbing, giving you little doses of affection so you stick around, but never enough to make you feel secure. And if she really cared, she wouldn't have let it get to this point. So when she suddenly pops back up, don't get sucked into the trap. Stay focused. Keep moving forward, because you're not an option, you're the prize. 5. Set your boundaries and stick to them. This is the most important step, because without boundaries, you'll just keep getting pulled back into the same cycle. Decide right now what you will and won't tolerate. And once you set that standard, do not compromise. No more late-night "I miss you" texts. No more picking up the phone just because she suddenly wants to talk. No more being her emotional safety net when things aren't going her way. You are not her backup plan. You are not her safety net. And most importantly, you are not waiting around for her to finally see your worth. Either she values you or she doesn't. And if she doesn't, you walk. No second chances. No going back. A boundary isn't just about cutting her off. It's about respecting yourself. It's about saying, "I deserve better." And if she tests those boundaries, you stand firm, because the moment you bend, you're right back at square one. And bro, you've come too far to go back. I know this isn't easy. Letting go never is. But you know what's even harder? Wasting months, maybe years, chasing someone who doesn't see your worth, holding on to hope that she'll change when deep down, you know she won't. You weren't the one losing her. She was losing you. Now let me ask you, what was your breaking point? The moment you finally realized she wasn't valuing you, drop it in the comments. Someone out there needs to hear that they're not alone. And remember, choosing yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. Stay strong, bro. You got this. Imagine being born a man, one of the greatest gifts on earth, and then squandering that immense potential. It's the most ungrateful thing any man could do. Today, I'm going to share 9 things a man should never do. But let me warn you, if you're a man-child, a beta male, or a simp, this video might trigger you. 1. Making jokes about your dreams and goals. Having a sense of humor is important, and knowing when to not take yourself too seriously is a great trait. However, there are certain things you should never joke about, and your goals are one of them. If you have a major goal in life, don't make light of it. Often people joke about their aspirations as a coping mechanism, either because they're unsure of themselves or because they want to make others with smaller ambitions feel comfortable. Never joke about your goals, and don't allow others to mock them either. If people don't support your goals, the least they can do is stay silent. It doesn't matter if they're your closest friends or family. What you want in life is not a laughing matter. Respect yourself and your ambitions. 2. Always being surrounded by others. One reason many men waste their potential is their inability to be alone. They either surround themselves with mediocre people or constantly seek companionship, like girlfriends, to avoid solitude. As a man, you must learn to go places on your own. Whether it's visiting a new country or just going to the movies alone, being comfortable in solitude is essential. It gives you space to think, reflect, and connect with your own thoughts. Average-minded people might call you strange or laugh at you, but that's irrelevant. Your greatest asset is your mind. If you can't be at peace with yourself, you're already at a loss. 3. Always being alone. This might sound contradictory to the previous point, but it's not. While solitude is important, you also need to surround yourself with like-minded brothers. The idea of being a lone wolf might seem appealing, but it's a foolish approach. I say this as someone who has spent much of life as a lone wolf. Men thrive when they're part of a brotherhood. It pushes us to grow and improve. Many men claim to be Sigma because they lack the skills to network or connect with others. While self-sufficiency is important, it's equally important to build relationships with other men. Solitude and brotherhood can coexist, and you need both to become your best self. 4. Blindly following influencers. The internet is full of advice, but blindly following anyone is a mistake. For instance, you might hear someone like Andrew Tate say not to read books, and many fans blindly adopt that mindset without considering their circumstances. Not everyone has the same upbringing or life experiences as these influencers. This example applies broadly. Always analyze advice through the lens of your own life and circumstances. Even good advice can become bad advice if it doesn't align with your specific needs. 5. Feeling guilty for being ambitious. Many people feel guilty about pursuing big goals, often because no one around them has achieved anything significant. Friends and family might cope with their reality by saying things like, "Money is the root of all evil," or "Rich people are greedy." Don't let such negativity dim your ambition. At the same time, avoid sharing your goals with such individuals. While you can still care for them, protect your aspirations from their limiting beliefs. 6. Becoming excessively emotionally attached. It's natural to feel attached to people, places, and things you value. However, the harsh truth is that loss is inevitable. You might lose a parent, a close friend, or a loved one, often when you least expect it. This isn't meant to make you fearful, but to mentally prepare you. The worst pain comes from seeing someone you love turn into a memory. While it's impossible to avoid the pain entirely, you must ensure it doesn't destroy your life. Many men let the loss of a loved one derail their entire existence for years. Understand that while the pain will hurt, being hurt and being destroyed are two different things. Always keep this in mind. Death comes for us all. 7. Simping. Every man knows deep down that simping is wrong, yet many still do it. The moment an attractive woman walks into the room, their entire demeanor shifts. They act desperate, double text, and lose all self-respect. Simping isn't just embarrassing, it's a sign of deep disrespect for yourself. Worse still, simps can't be trusted. They're the kind of guys who would pursue their friend's ex. Remember, respecting yourself is non-negotiable. 8. Allowing yourself to be bullied. Bullying isn't limited to schoolyards. It happens at all ages. It might be passive-aggressive comments from a family member, a coworker embarrassing you in front of others, or a so-called friend making jokes at your expense. Recognize these behaviors for what they are, bullying, and confront them. The beauty of standing up to bullies is that you usually only need to do it once. Allowing it to continue, however, invites repeated torment. Embrace confrontation, and you'll build a reputation as someone who doesn't back down. 9. Talking too much. When you meet a successful person, don't dominate the conversation. Too many men try to impress others by talking excessively, which only reveals their ignorance. Instead, ask thoughtful questions and listen. Successful people encounter countless individuals who ramble on, but they rarely meet those who show genuine curiosity and respect. Being a good listener not only helps you learn, but also leaves a positive impression. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show your support by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.
Do you have self-respect, or are you a simp? Most guys tolerate disrespect from women. They ignore red flags because they don't want to be lonely or just want to have sex. Pathetic. Red flags should never be ignored. It's better to be alone than to have a woman with bad character by your side. This video may hurt your feelings, but by the end of it, you will know what's inside a woman's heart. We will go over 8 things a good woman would never say. Number 1, anything about size. If a woman talks about the size of your wood, there's a special place waiting for her. It's called the streets. Her talking about your size or even shaming you for it is a clear indication she's either watched a lot of sexual content or had many sexual partners before you. Either way, she's over-sexualized and low class. The same goes for a woman talking about your height, baldness, or any other physical attributes outside of your control. These are not the type of women to build your family or empire with. They're too focused on trivial matters and are useless when it comes to things of importance. Number 2, pointing out flaws. A woman is meant to support her man. It's her God-given role, and their support can be extremely powerful. You see, a woman can boost your confidence on days when you feel down. She can make you feel like a king when you feel defeated. By giving you positive affirmations and having 100% belief in you, she will help you heal and recover. However, some females do the exact opposite. Instead of building you up, they will try to tear you down with pure negativity. They'll say things like, "You're going to mess up again," or "I told you so," or maybe she'll call you clumsy in a joking manner. These words may seem like no big deal, but they're actually lethal poison. Why? Because these words will make you feel inadequate. They'll make you hesitant to try again or take risks. After all, no one wants to be constantly reminded of their failures and shortcomings. Listen. As a man, you have to face many obstacles. The world is ruthless, and you will be beaten to your knees at times. With losses guaranteed to come your way, the last thing you need is a woman that points out your flaws and rubs them in your face. She should be your biggest supporter, not your biggest critic. She's the one that should encourage your growth and help you recover when all your enemies hope you stay down. A good woman is biased towards your potential. She'll see the man you can become even when no one else sees it, while a bad woman only focuses on your shortcomings and makes sure to highlight them. If she consistently brings you down and is a hindrance to your self-improvement, it's time to let her go. Number 3, mentioning her ex. If a woman talks about her past relationship, it's not only disrespectful, but it also means she considers her ex to be a better man than you. That's right. Her mentioning him with words means she misses him deeply, and her words only show a fraction of what's truly inside her mind. The moment she mentions her ex, it's time to bounce. Because a pure-hearted woman that loves you would not even think of her ex. The thought of him may even disgust her. Number 4, man up. Some women tell their man to man up, or they'll say things like, a real man would never do this. If she does this, she's trying to emasculate you with words. Listen. As a man, you should definitely man up at times, especially if you're being pathetic. But it's not your woman's role to tell you to do so. A good woman knows her place. She knows you're the leader in the relationship and will try to support you instead of disrespecting your position. Do not misunderstand it. If you're being weak, you should get your act together. You can't stay in that state for long, because no matter how good and supportive your woman is, eventually she will lose respect and attraction for you, and rightfully so. No human respects a pathetic leader. Number 5, too close with your friends. If she's complimenting your friends too much, being touchy-touchy with them, laughing excessively, or keeping long eye contact, you already know where to drop her off. The streets. Some people will call me insecure for saying this, but they don't live in reality. They've been brainwashed by the feminist agenda to think it's completely normal for a woman to be close with men. Listen, no matter how much the world tries to deny it, there is something called sexual tension, and there are many things that can spark sexual tension between a man and a woman. Long eye contact, touching each other, or even humor can open the gates to it. A good woman will keep a safe distance from your male friends out of respect for you. She may talk and be cool with them, but she doesn't allow the contact to be much deeper than that. After all, there's zero need for your woman to be too close to any man, not even your own friends. Number 6, you're lucky to have me. When a woman tells you how lucky you are to have her, it's a huge red flag. It shows her ego is huge, but it also means she's considering other options. You see, she may have been getting DMs from other guys on social media that have more status than you, or maybe some guy has told her she could do better than you. Somehow, a seed has been planted in her head that makes her think she can do better than you. I say, put her theory to the test. Leave her behind and focus on your own grind while she can go ahead and find a better man. Number 7, you don't make enough money. A good and supportive woman will understand when you're going through tough times. She'll remain humble and endure alongside with you if she has to. An entitled woman will complain and say you don't make enough money. She'll nag as if you don't know it already, while she sits and does nothing to support you. Listen, as a man, it's natural to feel bad if you're unable to provide for your woman, and you should work hard to improve your finances. But it's never up to your woman to shame you for it. Number 8, I'm busy right now. If a woman tells you she's too busy for you, it means she considers you insignificant. It doesn't matter how busy her calendar is, how many hours she has to work, or what's going on in her life. No woman is ever too busy to make time for the man they value. Listen to that again. No woman is ever too busy to make time for the man they value. The very same woman that tells you, I'm too busy right now, would drop all her stuff and ignore her entire calendar for the man of her dreams. There's no such thing as your woman being too busy. You are either important to her or you lack importance. That's the honest truth. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.